Welcome. I gotta fix all my shit. Nothing's right. There we go. All right, here we go. Party time. What's up? I gotta Here we go. What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning. Oh no, is my thing unplugged? Shit. Nothing's right. What's happening here? There we go. Welcome to the morning show, the CrossFit morning show, where we talk about CrossFit and like my life and other things that people seem to enjoy talking about. What's up, Kenneth? Good morning, Vic. I got your text message. Yes, I'll text you back. Who watches The Watchmen? I haven't watched that. What is that? Slater, what's up? Craig, how's it going? Jody from the bunker. Misha, what's up? What's up? CrossFit's going to save CrossFit by making everyone fat, right? My hair's like sort of. There we go. Isn't that a good morning, Camille? Isn't that a 5-year-old show? Yes, I don't know. Yes, the morning show. Probably. All right. Good morning, Terry. All right. What's up? The team is here. Everyone's accounted for. Roll call has commenced. And synonym for finished. Concluded. There we go. Comic book. Oh, The Watchmen. That's what I thought. Is that a show? Isn't that a movie? Comic book nerds will understand. I think that's a movie, right? I've seen the movie. Anyways, all right. So there's a whole lot of nothing happening in the CrossFit space. So I just needed a didn't the show come out 5 years ago? I don't know, probably. The only morning show in CrossFit. All right, so every morning I wake up and we head over to the games website and we just check. This is what pops up. We go to games, we go to leaderboard, and we just click to women and we see if, still no. YouTube user both. What was the show 5 years ago? Send me the YouTube link. Still no Tia. Still waiting on Tia. Sad. What do you guys think? Do we think she's gonna do it? We'll keep. Let's make a poll for the day and see if Tia is gonna sign up for the games. What do you got? Oh, I can't do it. I'm not logged into the right. Maybe I am. Let's see. Ben at WODprep.com. This is getting annoying. All right. Fuck it. I don't care. It's creepy. There was a Watchmen show. So Misha, but surely Tia had to accept before the LCQ. No, I don't think so. I definitely don't need a group name, Vicky. I can't do it that way. I can't. That's not a thing. The only reason I don't think that's true is because Georgia Pryor isn't on the leaderboard. So if Georgia Pryor hasn't signed up, that means Tia is still in limbo. Well, Alex has already signed up. So that's not true. So Alex is already signed up Alex is currently debate. So Alex did sign up. So Alex took her spot. Her spot is hers, right? Now Alex can give away her spot till the last minute, right? So she accepted it, and now it's all in her hands. Like in July 28th, she could say, "I can't do it." And so so she can pull out. So I don't think that this is the same. I do think it's a little shitty to Georgia. So my guess is that Tia and Georgia, just like Alex and Carolyn, I'm pretty sure they chatted a little bit behind closed doors. But Tia and Georgia for sure have chatted, and Tia's like, "I'm not sure. Train as if I'm not going 100%." I don't think that's true. I don't think there's validity in this, Vicky. Vicky says Alex signed up but told her deadline was 3 weeks before the games. I don't know. I mean, it's her spot. She could just pull out last minute. Well, what are the repercussions going to be if she pulls out? Right. And so I don't think that's true. I think there was because I think when this happened, she needed to accept, right? And she hadn't accepted yet when this was the thing. I don't think that's the case because she accepted. So what are the rules? Like, what are the rules for her to deny it? She could deny it on July 30th. And nothing's going to happen to her. She's just hurt and she can't perform. So I don't know. I don't think that's the case. Right. Exactly. So on Savant's, that was the day after, and she hadn't accepted her invite yet. So on Savant's, Castro told her 3 weeks. Right. So that was literally the day after it happened, and she wasn't on the leaderboard yet. So I don't think that's the same case now. So anyways, I don't know. Maybe it's 3 weeks to reload with Carol. Yeah, maybe. I mean, what do they have to do? Right. I mean, like who is even like, what are the things that needs to happen? Why does it need to be 3 weeks? Carolyn Prevost would for sure take a Friday or a fucking Tuesday call and go. Right. And this is what I don't want to happen either. I hope she doesn't Bethany half the events. Yeah. And stand around. That would suck. I don't think she wants to do that either, though. So I mean, at the games, it's different, right? Like Alex won WFP, she won NCC. So even if she decides not to compete, she can be a huge, huge showcase for all her sponsors in Vendor Village, right? So it's a little different. Like, I think she could still have a lot of benefit to her brand by not competing and being there and supporting, I don't know, a teammate or other people she trains with or her brands that she works with, right? So like you could definitely have a lot of positivity and like, I don't know, good outcomes by not competing still. And maybe even more, right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe Alex should sit out of the games and focus on WFP. WFP is still going to be a pretty big stretch. August. Yeah. Oh, my nose is itchy this morning. Holy smokes. I promise I didn't do a whole rip of blow before I got on here. Okay. Anyways, so that's that. So that's what I do every day. I look and I see who's on the board, and Tia never is. But like the question today is, first off, what's everyone wearing? Because if you're not wearing PR apparel, you're a piece of shit. Go to prapparel.com. Okay. Use code WODprep, get 15% off, and support a brand that makes really good clothes, good quality stuff, and support the show. PR Apparel. PRapparelshop.com. Okay, we're going to put it down here. PR Apparel Shop. Go here, shop, t-shirts. They got crop tops. They do the tie-dye thing. This is my favorite shirt. I love this shirt for the Chasers. I have this exact shirt. super oversized. I think I have a 2XL. Maybe it's an XL. Anyways, I love it oversized. And you guys should get it. It's a solid shirt. 100% cotton, well made, heavy, very comfort color-esque as far as the feel of it. So, and if that's not your kick or thing, they have the dry fit stuff, logo tees, right? If that's your gist, these are well made. They won't shrink. They don't pick. They don't get like the bacon neck or anything either. So, right. This is YouTube user, which used to have a name. Did you delete your thing? I wasn't sharing my screen. Fail. So this is a shirt that I have. I have this one, and then I have a long sleeved something. This one, the Everyday. It's like a composite material. It's very nice. I enjoy it. I have it in this blue. She looks mean. I feel like she would beat me up. I think it's his wife. But anyways, I like this cotton, this seafoam green. It's a very comfort color-esque shirt. So anyways, all right, YouTube users sound like T and Alex both wanted their alternates. Yeah, this is the gist that I'm getting. So the oversized thing like kind of came back in. I felt like I jumped on the oversized into 2023 games. RX Smart Gear gave me like an oversized tie-dye shirt that I still love. It was like black and white with like yellow smiley face on it. And then I just went, I like the oversized mainly. And the main reason I went to the oversized was because I am like right in between an extra large and a large. And even on the extra large, I'm not a big guy, but like I'm very barely like through my lats and my chest. I'm not big, but it doesn't fit. And so everything that's even moderately tight around my arms or my waist is extremely tight around my chest and my lats, and it like folds. I get like the fold like this. So it ends up like kind of pulling me like this, and it's just unbelievably uncomfortable. It's just like, and so I don't like it. So I went to oversized, and I really like it. The only thing I'll wear that like is truly fitting is like a WODprep shirt, and like nice clothes. That's it. But anyways, this is just another CrossFit t-shirt, but they all look a lot like this. So what are you wearing? What am I wearing? What are you wearing, Jody? All right. So title of the show is Who is Going to Save CrossFit? And I was trying to think of what to talk about today. And I was kind of happy with my thumbnail. I thought it kind of stuck out like being all white. Probably YouTube user. And there isn't a lot to talk about, but CrossFit is in this limbo stage. We have been for a while, but we're really in this point where something needs to be done. And a lot of fingers point to who's in charge, who's going to push affiliates, who's going to give value to affiliates, etc. And so this answer is kind of twofold, right? The twofold answer is CrossFit headquarters needs to create value in affiliates, and that's the foundation of how we're going to save CrossFit. The affiliate has to be saved. Okay. And I think the affiliate is saved by giving value, showing some brand recognition, marketing in a positive light. And I think a lot of that rolls into how we're marketing and what we're pushing. And I think that sort of continues to double back into the old style of CrossFit where it's setting us apart, setting the people that do CrossFit apart from the rest of the world, why we're different, what's different about our methodology, why our methodology is what will cure the world's most vexing problem, and really hammering that in. And I think we do a lot of that through the sport. And I know a lot of people don't agree with me, but I still think sport was our best marketing tool ever. But on the flip side of that, it was and is what is killing us, right? And so we have to find a way to turn sport into a positive marketing avenue, right? And I think that's very much not professionalizing the sport, but celebrating fitness, which is what we talked about last on Tuesday. Turning the games in the sport of CrossFit into, the games specifically into a fitness festival, right? And obviously with the payout and all of these things, but I think once we've tried to professionalize it, people don't like to watch fitness racing. Okay. They just don't. All right. So trying to turn it into a sport where it's only about fitness racing is going to be tough, right? The Rich Fronings and the Tias and the Annie and people that had real fans back in the day, that's not going to happen as much anymore, right? We're just not going to have those viral and huge Instagram accounts anymore, right? And so I think the concept of fans, I maybe, and so, so D Reed, the sport isn't killing CrossFit; it's the modern athlete. They want the sport to be professional. Past athletes are part of the community. So yes and no, right? CrossFit has given that when Dave separated masters, adaptive, age group from the games, then CrossFit made the decision to further professionalize the sport. Okay. When teams went from affiliates to super teams or to no requirements, CrossFit decided to professionalize the sport. Okay. And so I agree with you. It's on the back of modern athletes, but CrossFit still made those decisions. Okay. And by separating, so you just look at Albany, right? Albany would be sold out if there was a masters and age group division. It just would be, right? Texas sold out. We say that, but then Texas sold out and it wasn't there too. And so, man. And so it is Texas sold out, but I think it was only because the venue was just really cool and they were able to sell that. And I, so dreads on to some of it. There's an entire CrossFit says there's an entire fan bases that follow their favorite athlete from their favorite college team to pros for sure. 100%. Like I am Cam Ward's a great example. So like Cam Ward came to Miami and now I will 100% root for the Titans this year without a doubt. Okay. But I don't think that's what the statement was. I agree. I agree that the athletes have made the shift, but CrossFit agreed to it. So it's still on CrossFit's by pulling the community out of it and trying to professionalize it. Okay. Yeah, the NIL and the portal sucks. They've got to get that shit under control. But anyways, doesn't matter. I'm a Cam Ward fan, right? I'm an Xavier Restrepo fan. They're both on the Titans. I'm going to watch every fucking Tennessee Titans game this year because I loved watching Xavier Restrepo at Miami. And he also was there all 4 years, right? Well, maybe not the best receiver ever leave, but the most successful receiver to ever be at Miami. So I digress. But going back to it, and I think bringing it back, but CrossFit has to make decisions on what to do with affiliate. I think that's far and most right. I think that's the most important. And secondly, the fans are what is going to save the sport. Okay. Whoa. I'm a Miami fan. Give fuck CrossFit. Anyways, I'm a Dolphins fan too. So it's us. We are going to save it. Semifinals will only be successful if we go and watch. Okay. The fans and the consumers are what is going to save CrossFit. And so no matter how much we bitch on YouTube or on a live stream, nothing can and will ever change unless the fans and us put money into the sport. That's the only way it's saved. CrossFit can't front all of it forever. Okay. The only reason they did before was because it was growing. If we can get affiliates to start growing, CrossFit will be able to push more. But the fans have to come out and they have to go and they have to watch. They have to go to events, right? And they have to watch on YouTube. And we have to try and take a shift. What is happening? My flight keeps getting adjusted. But the fans are who is going to save CrossFit, the consumers and the affiliate members. That's what saves CrossFit. And so I think that comes back to the message of curing the world's most vexing problem, forging elite fitness, which I think was the greatest tagline ever, which I never should have left. Here we go. The CrossFit Games for sure. So I've chatted with some people behind, like inside of HQ, and Albany was 100% a fallback plan to a shitty situation. And so it's for sure only going to be a 1-year thing. The answer to this, so CrossFit Games, Dr. Reed, D. Reed. I don't know what I'm saying here. Anyways, CrossFit Games locations to follow these rules. Are there things to do for families? I don't know if I agree with that. Is it easy to get to? 100% agree with it. Does it have space? 100% agree. Very easy. Albany has space. I think there's plenty of hotels in Albany itself for 25,000 people, which is not how many will be there, but I think that's not a problem. And so are you like orthopedic or something, or what's happening here? It's not easy to get to. It's actually, so Albany is very hard to get to. Dave, Rich, Hiller. I don't know. Am I supposed to know who Doug Reed is? Sorry, Doug. Am I supposed to know who you are? Should I look you up on Instagram? The airport sucks for sure. It's terrible to get to, but they have enough space for people to stay, and there isn't anything for families to do. Now, there was nothing for families to do in SoCal either, just to be clear. Where it was in Carson, really in it wasn't actually technically in Carson. It was started with a T, right? Fuck. StubHub Center. It was Carson, but it was like right outside of Carson technically. Torrance. Yeah, which is just like the fucking, in case anyone doesn't know. Here, let's just remember. So to say that it needs to be with families, I mean, like the StubHub Center is just outside of Compton, which is the worst place for a bunch of people. Temecula. No, it's far from Temecula. Right. So I mean, this is Compton. This is Torrance. Basically, no one stayed here. Everyone stayed in Torrance. But anyways, so there was nothing for families to do, but it was successful. And then everyone would have to drive to Manhattan Beach for the swim event to start. It was very weird. So want to witness a drive-by. Agreed. Yeah. So I disagree that it has to have family-oriented stuff. Now, Madison had that because you're in the venue, so I don't think it needs to be family friendly. I disagree with that. There needs to be things for family members beyond the athletes. I think that compiles inside of the venue itself, right? Like a really good vendor village. It was a really good vendor village, things to do inside the venue, like activities, workouts, a workout place, etc. Yeah, it was no, the athlete hotel wasn't Manhattan Beach. The athlete hotel was like, I remember, so we were in it one year when I was working for Compex. The athlete hotel was like somewhere over here, but it wasn't close. Like there was nothing close. Ugh, this place was crazy. Anyways, it was cool though. It was cool for sure. Vendor Village, athlete warm up, soccer field, tennis stadium. It was neat. No doubt. No doubt. Right. It can't be. Yeah, for sure. So, all right, we're coming back. We're coming back. Anyways, it was. I guess you're right. Anyways, okay. So, main point, it can't just be about the athletes. I agree. It can't be about the athletes. And so that's why this fitness festival, going back to masters, age groups, adaptives, in individuals all in the same venue in the same time is 100% needed. That is going to save the games itself. Okay. No matter what, even if you brought all of them back, people going to the games, the consumer, the fans are what is going to save the sport because it's all about bringing money and eyeballs in. We need more eyeballs to get more sponsors, to fund the event, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I love the pushback when no one else has any ideas. I don't think you're even pushing back. If you want to keep doing what you're doing, it will die on the vine. I don't know if we're disagreeing. I don't think anyone goes to like have a family good time. If the masters are competing and the individuals are competing and the adaptives are competing and the age groups are competing, then there's something to do all the time, but you have to keep it in the venue. I don't think you can expect to have like people don't leave. I've been to every CrossFit Games since 2000 and I didn't go last year. And I didn't go in 18. I've been to every CrossFit Games since 2014 and we never left the venue. Like especially in Carson, there was nothing to do if you left the venue. Madison, there was social life, but there wasn't during the day. So I don't know if I agree with that statement. I do think there needs to be things to keep people in the venue and keep them occupied when there's no competing going on. I agree 100% with that. There's no doubt in my mind. And I agree with you there. But what's up, Tim? Good morning. So we have to find a way to make it enticing and to make people want to come, right? And it's not just thruster racing, right? Now, I love it. I love thruster racing. I love watching it. I love analyzing it. I love breaking it down. I love learning from it. And I love talking about it, obviously. But that's not everyone. That's not going to be a lot of people. And so the fans are what's going to save it. But CrossFit has to find a way to highlight other things than just sitting in stands watching people race, which is why the basketball arena venue is the worst. The two spot venue, like an outside venue, like a morning outside, and a like an inside coliseum or tennis stadium, it has to be the way. Like I know Dave wants to find, he's made it very clear he wanted to find a way to move the games quickly, sort of, but they all come to compete it's I don't think this is going to last as long as people think. I think this is going to die off. People just like doing it. No one really likes watching it, right? They don't have that many viewers online. Christian said, "High rocks, ding, ding, ding." People come to compete and watch the pros. They come to compete. They spend their $200. They run their race, because you can run thousands and thousands of people during at the same time. And then they just stay to watch the pros, right? But they don't come. No one is there just to watch. They're all there to compete. And then they happen to stay and watch. And now this is something that I've said. Legends did this really good last year at the Masters games. Okay. Is the Legends, or the Masters games, had a Legends, which is what Mayhem just posted about that they're programming. They had another competition going on at the same time. If the CrossFit games had a secondary competition happening at the same time, they would sell out. 1,000 people would sign up for whatever secondary competition that was. Run it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then run the CrossFit games Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or whatever. Run it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then run the CrossFit games Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So many people would do it. Right. I agree with you. I agree with this. And so I 100% agree with this. They need a lesser competition going on. I've said that for forever. I think that's a great idea. But again, that just comes back to the statement that the fans are what is going to save the sport and what's going to save CrossFit. So I don't know. Whoever's going to be in charge, they have a lot of work cut out for them, and I'm very skeptical of the success that they're going to have. But it's going to be interesting. But it sounds like, I mean, if it's the Hustle Up people, it sounds like they know pretty well Facundo and Mayhem. I assume they're talking to all the right people. You know, I don't know. They're in CrossFit. They're not a private equity. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, scale the work. I mean, I think there's something there, right? But that can't be done in a like in a basketball venue, like the Albany. Like it can't be done at whatever it's called, wherever it is in Albany, Champions Arena. I don't know, whatever it's called. They can't be done there because there's only one floor, right? So you have to have multiple floors. You have to have the outside venue. The outside venue is the way to go. And so what you do is what they've already done. They've set themselves up for success in this. Wheel Wad runs the adaptive. Pit Throwdown and Legends runs the age groups. And then you bring in, I don't know, Wadapalooza or the people who run Fittest to the Coast, or like the biggest non-competitive or like non-qualifying events, or you get the guy that runs Syndicate. I can't think of his name. You get someone else to run the community event, right? Here, CrossFit's going to give you all the resources, but you're going to run it. You're going to find the volunteers. You're going to find all of this jazz. And so then now we have thousands and thousands of people there. There's another Wilson, thank you. There's another 1,000 competing. There's another 5,000 that came to watch those people compete, and now they're going to stay for the games. Now Vendor Village is going to be more successful. Oh, we have 20,000 people there instead of 15,000 because of this extra thing. Maybe it's even more. And so that's where it becomes success, right? And that's what all of that comes in. And it's so it's a festival. right? And then the games, the professional version of it is going on at the same time, right? Or later in the week or whatever it is. But again, I think that all comes down to like more money has to be dumped into following the sport, buying the stuff, supporting the vendors, etc. Tim, I did High Rocks, New York. That was ready in New Jersey. You don't really, I don't even know what you're saying. There's a water breaks. So it's like obstacle course. I'm not sure. That was confusing. Yeah. Anyways, it's like tumultuous times. It's so frustrating. I just want us to have some like consistency or not even I don't even mind I mean, I mind the season changes and shit, but I just want to have a little bit of like I just want a little bit of a safety net, right? I don't want to have to worry that my job is going to go away all the time. Then I have to fall back and go be a normal PT. Blech, that would suck. Yeah, it's frustrating. Reliability. Yeah, sure. Reliability. What's up, Gus? Good morning. And it's not even making it a festival. It's just going back to the way that it was, right? Like it's just going back to 2023. 2023 was still successful. There's still a fucking ton of people there. Put it in a place that everyone wants to go. Take it to fucking Nashville. Gus, I'm gonna fucking wax the floor with you. I don't even want to hear it. If they could keep it consistent for 5 years, I think it would help. I agree. 5 years is aggressive. Just like 3. Just like 3 years. Just anything. We'll see. I think next year is gonna be. Yeah, this is. I bring back teams. Tariq says bring back teams at semifinals. I think that's already in place, right? And it's not all the teams. Like not all the qualifying spots, but it does seem like there will be some, which is just going to like, if there was one qualifying spot for teams at Syndicate, 30 teams would 30 more teams would have signed up, and 150 people or 450 people. Right. Exactly. So this is exactly what I was saying, YouTube user. So Angela mentioned on the Fronting podcast that teams sell 4 team tickets, bring 8 additional attendees. Right. And so that was exactly what I was going to say. Teams bring more people. Nashville would be great venues. College campus would be the best. And the reason why college campus would be the best is because of multiple competing floors. And that's so important to make it happen. So what's the reason for not doing that? It's much more expensive to have a place like Madison because you need multiple floors, you need way more volunteers. And so I think that was the problem. It was very expensive to do things like that. Obviously, StubHub Center was the StubHub Center. So I think that was the biggest issue, is it costs so much more money to manage, to set up 2 competing floors. And so when they can keep it inside of a venue, when they can keep it inside of a venue, it's going to be better. So the masters and teens combo is going to be pretty decent, right? Like I've talked to Joe and Bob last year, and they sold more tickets than they anticipated, which was great. They had that secondary competition going on. So that secondary competition is going to happen this year again. They combined teens and masters. So you got to remember, so like for a teen specifically is going to bring anywhere from like 6 to 15 people, especially if they're in the and so right, this was, I think, yeah, this was crazy. I agree. We'll get to that in a second. I think the Legends Pit age group games is going to sell a lot of tickets. Columbus isn't like the easiest to get to, but it's fucking better than Albany, and it's better than Madison, right? And so I think it'll be fine. It's at the Arnold. We know the venue's there. Rogue is right there. Rogue is right there, which makes it cheap, which means they're going to have all the equipment that they need, which they didn't last year. They had a lot of last minute equipment removal from the I just God, these suck. I think these 3 locations suck. Knoxville is okay. Knoxville is hard to get to, right? Isn't Knoxville not the greatest to fly? No, that's Chattanooga. Columbus, we'll let you know. We'll see how Columbus works. Chicago would do well. The only reason I think Chicago is not quite, I don't think we want something that metropolitan, like that gives off like the LA vibes where you could be inside of, I don't know, an arena and across the street wouldn't know what's going on. And that's what we don't want. That's why it was great for Madison, was because the entire city hopped on board and there were bars that were CrossFit themed and like Rogue sponsored and all of that kind of stuff. And we need that again. Jody must be, that's right. Jody is from the Northeast. The Albany just doesn't have a lot to offer. Chicago's too big. Into Atlanta. Yeah, it's more expensive, maybe. But let's see. CJ, my street cred has increased tenfold after I saw you liked an Instagram post. Bro, that post was like a 15-song like firing squad of number ones from TI in a 5-year span. And I totally forgot about, they were all absolutely fire. Dude, 2000 and whatever, 2 to 2006 or whatever it was, unmatched. Right. No, something to do with there's nothing besides the event. How do I know that? How do I know that? There's plenty of families living. I'm not saying that it's not a good city overall. I just don't think there's a lot to do for a 20,000 person event coming in. So Denver would be good. I think people would just die in elevation. Like it would just be hard, but Denver's a great, even outside of Denver, you fly into Denver, you go to, I don't know, there's so many sporting complexes in that area. You don't even have to be in downtown Denver. You can just be right outside of it. It's easy to travel through, very easy to get to. So yeah, we'll see. I think we just have to get through this year. Does Vegas have elevation? I don't even know that. 2,000 feet. No, that's not enough to make a difference. That's what they said. You're right. They did say that about Madison and they were wrong. But I know people that live in Albany. Madison is also literally a college town. And so I personally, like just being in the SEC, I know what college towns can offer, even if it doesn't seem big because they're used to LA. Carson was fucking terrible, right? Orlando, talking about MLS, Orlando would be solid. Not too big of a metropolitan. Obviously, very easy to get to. Tons of sporting events and features. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think we just have to get through this year. This is like our true, everyone was like, oh, 2019 was like our prove it year. 2020 and 2021 was our prove it year. And it did. And I think this is really it. If we can get through it and not lose too much money, new owners come in. No, Baltimore would not work. That would be the worst. Oh my dude, Baltimore would be terrible. Terrible. I want to go to Albany so bad. I just can't unless somehow I'm coaching someone. Birmingham would have been great. I know everyone's like, it's hot. It's Birmingham. Birmingham is a fantastic college town. What happened to Alabama? Kind of said, great college town. The venue they were going to use is perfect. Tons. Well, the venue that the Masters used was trash. That was just a convention center. But the one they were going to use is the one for the World Games, right? Right. It was it's a new venue, right? The World Games venue. Yeah, no. Amanda says no to Baltimore would be the worst. Who said Baltimore? You're fired. You don't get to suggest any more places. CrossFit. I think you said cross. I think you said it. Yeah, you're fired. You're on timeout. But where the Legends venue was it could have been good. It was weird. So when we were there for the Masters, there was like 6 bars right there, and they all closed at like 8 p.m. It was so strange, and they couldn't get anyone's staff. Like they were all understaffed, and like it was like a 2-hour wait for everything with an empty place. We're not going to Houston. No. Wrong. Houston's too big, too spread out. Something more like Austin would be better. But it is easy. It is easy to travel to for sure. I still think the college campus play is the play. Like when they said they were going to Texas, I was praying that it was going to be at SMU. Because like the SMU campus is perfect. They have a smaller basketball arena. They have tons of fields. You can stay on campus. There's a bazillion places and bazillion hotels within Orlando. I think would be a good one too. They have whatever the soccer club is there. Tons of places. Disney is there. Which means tons of sports fields, lots of seating, spring training. There's a spring training field where the Braves play. That could be the perfect, very similar to Rogue. Bias to the Big Ten. So anyways, I think there's lots of options. It's unfortunate they fell with Albany, I think, because they have all of the like the blueprints of how to set up an event there from regionals, and it was obviously probably very cheap. And so I think that is 100% the reason. Yeah. All right, let's talk about something else. What else is in the space? What's happening? Anything? You guys want to talk about anything but CrossFit? No, I know it's CrossFit. Is there anything else? Is it that easy? How far is Columbus to Albany Drive? I mean, I think it's still like 1,000 miles, right? 600 miles. So I guess not that bad. Oh my God. It's for sure Columbus. I mean, for sure. I think Columbus still would be sick. 100% the NBA finals are terrible. I fucking can't. It's just boring. NBA, ever since COVID, man, I've been so turned off by the NBA. I just don't give a shit about it. I think like late teens, the superstar 1-year contract bullshit. I fucking hated it. Red light therapy. So this is a good question. My thoughts on red light therapy. So red light therapy is boring and it doesn't do shit. The research is meh. The research shows that light can help increase like red blood cell count in angiogenesis. And but so does the sun, and it doesn't do it any different. Just go outside. Go sit outside. Localized red light therapy is just so much shit. It has no validity. People should stop doing it. Stop selling it. Stop listening to athletes that are doing it. Every athlete that does red light therapy consistently is hurt, whatever. Right, exactly. Flores does it, and she's always healthy, isn't she? Just a fucking beaming light of perfect health, lifting heavy every day. Exactly. So, and she's the main reason. I hate her rehab, and I hope this finds it back to her. Her fucking PRI nonsense, breathing into balloons, her bracing, the slings, the bullshit that PRI has fed into her brain, the red light therapy. all of that shit doesn't do anything. It's fucking pixie dust and snake oil salesmen trying to make money, and it's bullshit. It's the worst. And it sucks that she has such a huge following, and I feel bad for her because she's clueless. Her husband coaches for the Lakers, and all these fucking professionals do this dumb shit that doesn't do anything. And then they fucking take steroids or they take BPC 157, they get better, but then they push all this passive modality nonsense. It doesn't work. It doesn't work ever. Anyways, the Lakers sold. Holy fuck. 10 billion. Who'd they sell to? That's crazy. Let's see. BFR. So blood flow restriction training is, in case you guys don't know what it is, you basically, in short, you put a tourniquet on a joint, arms or legs, okay, and you do a basic like a tempo movement protocol, okay. And so what it does is, with the restricted blood flow, you create more work from the muscle by doing a lot less, okay. It's like doing tempo work, okay, in general, right? So you can put 60% on a squat and do tempo work in a 10-second pause and have a lot of the same response as moving to 95 to 98%. BFR is the same way. When we come post-surgery or people are injured or they're coming back from an injury and they can't handle a lot of load yet, they can't handle intensity, you put the BFR on. What it does is it sort of creates this massive, the same sort of response from lifting really, really heavy, but you can lift very, very, very light. And so that's really, really good for post-surgical, early rehab type stuff. Now, as far as like uninjured people, I don't think it's necessary. It doesn't really show any different in benefit to create that growth hormone response versus just lifting heavy. And you still need to be lifting heavy to create that CNS adaptation, to feel heavy load on you, et cetera, et cetera. So it's good for early stage rehab. And so I definitely support. I've never used it. It's just never been my thing in practice. But yeah. Mark 157. It's all anecdotal. So am I a believer? It's all anecdotal. But the anecdotal evidence is bonkers. It's just crazy. People are talking about like tendons reattaching, ligaments regrowing, having torn labrums that are not torn anymore. It's just some of the things that people are showing. And it's all anecdotal, right? It's all retroactive and retrospective studies. So they look before and they just look after just by taking it, right? It's like, here's this after, and it's changed. No, they didn't do anything. They just took it. And so it's pretty crazy. So yeah. YouTube user, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Should I sing to you? No, I'm just kidding. Thanks for getting my day started. You're welcome. Wishing everyone in the chat a good day. Stimulates similar metabolites. Yeah. Right. CrossFit. I feel like you just Google a lot of what you say. Maybe not. NFL season is coming up. Well, more importantly, college season's coming up. I'm a Dolphins fan, so my seasons like are pre-fucked. But the Hurricanes aren't. We might be able to put another run together with Carson Beck, and we'll see how it goes. Anyways, LSU or oh yeah, World Series, probably LSU. I think Coastal's really good right now. Right, I haven't followed much, to be honest. But I mean, I would pick LSU just in general. So yeah. Anyways, guys, stop listening to anyone that fucking does red light therapy. It's so much horseshit. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's dumb. It's bullshit. No, it's frustrating. It's just frustrating that people believe that this passive interventions are just going to, that they just get so much bad information like across the board. It's frustrating as a PT. It's one of the main reasons why I left physical therapy from like a primary profession and went into coaching. I felt like I could make a bigger influence here with WODprep than in my own thing. But it the misinformation, I hate that fucking word, but the bad information out there is just so so frustrating. Losing the plot. I don't know what that means. Yeah, it's frustrating. Oh, I don't know. I haven't watched College World Series. Who's a bigger letdown? I don't know. I only watch it when Miami's in it. I can only follow so many sports. And so I just follow football. So, but UNC is part of the ACC, so probably an SEC team. Those interventions lose the plot. I don't know what that, I've never heard that term before. That's like over my head. So I am flying today. My boarding time keeps changing. Anyways, I'm heading to Colorado for WODprep camp. It's a skills camp, helping athletes that struggle with like the basic gymnastics and weightlifting skills work through all of their stuff. So super excited about that. It'll be like 5 coaches there. It's always fun to oh, got it. Yeah, it's always fun to hang with Ben and be at HQ. It's always good to make a lot of content and coach athletes in person. I don't get to coach in person very often. So I really enjoy it when I do. I love coaching in person. Like I had so much fun when Gucci was here. It was a really good time. Yeah, I hope we can do more of it. So Vicky, I'm still disappointed that you didn't come. Can't believe it. But anyways, thanks, man. Yeah, it'll be good. So that'll be 2 days, and then we have, I don't know how many people know. So you're fired. Yep. Cancel it. And then so I get back Monday. So whatever date that is, and then the following Saturday, like the 5th, we go to Pensacola Beach for the week for Blue Angels Week, which is sick. And so I assume everyone here knows what Blue Angels Week is, but if not, we'll end the show with a short Blue Angels video. So loud. So does everyone know what the Blue Angels is? That's a terrible video. Blue Angels Air Show. I don't want 27 minutes in like sub 3 minutes, under 4. Anyways, you guys don't know what the Blue Angels are, shame on you. The Plains, so good. So they're from Pensacola. I think everyone knows. Oh my God, CrossFit. Okay, so I 100%. It was. Hold on, I know exactly. Did you write this? This was on a video from Iran or Middle East somewhere, and it was a B1, a B2, and a B52 coming through, and this was the top comment, and it said, "Foreigners about to learn why we don't have free healthcare." Was like the number one comment that I've read over the whole week on this issue, right? It might have been you. It probably was you. No, it definitely was. Anyways, here are the Blue Angels.
The Blue Angels Delta
really loud.
Breakout.
Hell yeah. So sick. So we stay on the beach for the week with the whole family. And Fat Albert coming through, C-130. Anyway, so they travel for the whole week. Sneak pass. So cool. Amazing. Amazing.
This pilot didn't realize.
Oh, nope. Jesus. Someone just died on my show. Anyways, more of a Thunderbird. Oh, you are definitely from Alabama. Without a doubt. That's the only way you could even fucking say that. Be a Thunderbird guy. Thunderbirds are fucking lame. Anyways, you're definitely from Alabama. But yeah, this is a very true statement. We definitely won't talk about politics or whatever, foreign wars in this show. Anywho, yeah, well, hey, thanks guys. That was I think that was a good show. What do you think? I think it was a good one. Rate it. Give me like a 1 to 5. 5 being solid, 1 being trash. What do you think? What do you think? Should we rate every show at the end? I need something. I need something that's like unique to me. Should we 5? My man. What a guy. It's never a 5. 7.6. You guys are too kind. Yeah, it is. That's fucking right. We're gonna keep that one on the screen until the end. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for always supporting the show. Truly, you can support the show by supporting the sponsors. Head over to prapparelshop.com. Give it a look. Buy something. It doesn't matter, anything. They'll be at Nationals, or what is it? What's this weekend? USAW Nationals 2025, like Colorado Springs, right? Isn't that where they are? Yeah. I think he'll be at Nationals the whole time. Head over there. If you're in Colorado, like, subscribe, and buy shit. Buy like one thing, just like something. Just give me another month with a sponsor. Would be super beneficial. It's PR apparel. PR apparel. All right. Traveling, I got to pack. I haven't packed yet. I got to get Ben up, take him to school, and then pack, head to the airport early. Have a lot of work programming to do. No, I get well, I don't get a revenue share. So I don't do, or like a kickback. I don't do kickbacks. So, which is great, right? I just, it's just more of a monthly thing. So I don't get kickbacks, but we won't continue our monthly thing if he doesn't make money too. So support the show, prapparelshop.com. Buy something cool. He's about to restock, make some new stuff. So stick around. I'll be back on Tuesday. Hopefully we have something more to talk about. If not, bring your topics. We'll chat about it. Have a good one, guys. Peace.